Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to deploy your NodeJS application to AWS EC2 Instance. So let's create the instance now. Click next. Let's configure and install our HTTP server. We're going to install the Apache server. This will install Apache and enable Apache. Click next. Click next. Let's add a security group here for HTTP so you can be able to access our server. Also choose your keeper here. I'm using the one that I've already created. Let's view the instance. It's currently in pending. Let's wait until it's running. Okay, it's running now. Let's get the IP address from this and use this to SSH into our instance. I'm going to paste the IP address here. Okay, let's install MariaDB. Alrighty, it's been installed. Let's run the secure, or let's enable and run the MySQL secure installation. Let's change the root password and remove test databases. Okay, let's run the MySQL command, and we are going to create our user and add privileges and also create a database that we're going to use with our NodeJS application. And for now, let's create the user, and we're going to grant the user the read-only privileges. They won't be able to create or delete any tables. Let's also create the database that we're going to use in our NodeJS application. Right, let's exit. Now we're going to install on NVM and then install NodeJS. Let's source the file and install NodeJS using NVM. Let's also check the version of the NodeJS that we currently installed. Okay, we have NodeJS 17.4. Let's install PM2, which we are going to use to run our application. It should be misspelled in PM2. It's supposed to be PM2 instead of MP2. Okay, it has been installed. Now we have to clone our repo that we're going to use in this demo. Git clone, then the repo URL. Let's cd into that directory and import our data that we're going to use in the database. Let's run MySQL and dump the data into our database. I forgot to specify the database name here. Let's quickly add the database name here. Alright, now let's install npm modules. Okay, that is done. Let's start the application. We're getting an error here because the user doesn't have permissions to create any table. That's why it's throwing that error, because we only gave the user read-only permissions. But let's start this. Let's start the service with PM2. The application is running now. Let's hit the endpoint and see if it is working. Alright, we're getting data back. Also want to configure our server so that we can be able to access the application using the IP address. For now it won't work because we didn't configure anything. We have to add a proxy to our server. into a HTTP configuration file. So let's open that file and set up the proxy. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the proxy settings and paste them here. Let's restart the server. Let's also check the status of the server and see if it's running. Okay, it is currently running. Let's try and see if you can access. Okay, you can access it. And also, I want to be able to use my domain instead of using the IP address. I'm going to go into our instance and copy the IP address, then go to my Namecheap and update my DNS to point to my AWS EC2 instance. Okay, looks like I need to log in. Let me just log in quickly. Let me update the IP address here. Okay, it's updating. Let's wait for a few minutes to allow the DNS to update. After a few seconds, I did update. Now I can access the application using my domain. Thank you for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.